Ooh. 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 Brand new seafood noodle. I am so excited to try. Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome back to the channel. Now obviously I'm on a different channel, but that's okay. Today we are having cheesy, super cheesy seafood noodles. These I've never had before. Never ever. It's by Paldo. Paldo makes some good things. I used to really like their black bean noodles, not so much anymore. I don't know what's happening to me. But I've never had this, and it's new. And I have some mozzarella cheese melting from the steam right now. Yeah, and so it was really easy to make. All I had to do was cook it, melt the cheese, and that's it. So cheers. It's a, what time is it? Do you know what time it is, honey? Like 1?
It's 12:49. So basically 1.
So it's like 1 in the morning, yeah. I'm like, I'm here for a snack. I just want more food. Just can't help it. And yeah, I'm not wearing black today, but that's because it's a different channel. I do different style of stuff. So, let me do my thumbnail. Let me pull it for you. Ooh. Oh, that looks really, really good. Let me pull it. Let me pull it. Ooh. Mmm. We love cheese. We love cheese. We love cheese. Yes, we do. I love cheese. I love cheese. I love cheese. Yes, I do. We love cheese. Yes, we do. Alright, so let's begin the show. I'm so excited. Now, it doesn't say to add cheese. That's just something I do because I love cheese. Now, a little trick that you might think is really weird, but I do add a slightly small amount of water. Usually not cold water, but that's okay. And you're like, oh my gosh, no. First of all, the cheese is melted, so it's ready. Second of all, noodles are carbs. It's wheat-based, rice-based. They're continually cooking and absorbing water. That's what carbs do, and especially cooked carbs, starches. So the more water you add, the more it prevents it from sticking and you're able to slurp it. I don't want it to be one big stick. See how now, like, I could get the individual noodles out? Before it was like clump, clump. So adding a little water, even if it's cold, it means I can eat it faster, because you know when you've gone into a bathtub, hot water, cold water, you put it together, it makes it warm. So I really don't want it steaming too much now that the cheese is melting. But yeah, this prevents it from sticking. See, it needs even a little more. Oh, and we got an ice cube. Yay! Let's just let that melt in there. That'd be really cool. Have you ever had Korean cold noodles? They're so good. I had them in Los Angeles, and I was surprised by how they serve them in a bowl full of ice cubes. It's amazing. Cheers, let's begin. I'm so excited to try these. So, yeah, so I cooked them with the powder and the little packets of vegetables. It has like seaweed, I think, or some salty things, you know. I'm excited. My first time trying seafood noodle soup by Paldo. Korean style. Cheers. Mmm. That I don't, it doesn't say spicy, but if it's Korean, oh, it does say spicy in small letters. See, spicy seafood, okay. So, it's fine. The spice really hits. It just tastes really salty to me. It just tastes really salty. Mmm. It's whatever. I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't even fake it. I can't even do it on camera. No. I liked my original Korean fire noodles the best. These are just okay. So today I kind of want to talk about what's going on in the news. I don't really talk about the news ever, but what do you think about keep showing up on my news feed, and usually everything on my Twitter news feed's like, you know, politics, politics, politics. But something that's coming up, it's not really political, but it's just, what do you think about it? The Hawaiian, what you call it, not scandal, but I don't know what you want to call it. I was just there. Excuse me. I didn't go to Mauna Kea. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a telescope that's being made. I think NASA's funding it along with a bunch of other countries. China, Japan, India, the United States, and Canada. It's going to be a super, super, super duper long telescope, the best they ever have in the world, to help us discover new galaxies, learn our place in the universe, discover new planets. You know, look out for asteroids that might hit us, you know, protect the planet, because if an asteroid hits the Earth, we're all getting doomed, you know, so it's like really important stuff. Well, the local Hawaiians are upset because, see, they're building it on top of a mountain. It's a volcano that's no longer active, and there's already a bunch of telescopes up there already from NASA. Well, they're going to build it there. It's so high up you don't even see it because it's above the clouds, which is perfect for looking at stars because there's no very little light pollution. It's in the middle of the ocean. It's the most isolated place on Earth. It's just perfect for this. There's nothing like this, unfortunately. Well, a lot of local Hawaiians are saying it's destroying their land, and you know, it's taken away from the natural beauty, and so there's this whole debate right now. That is still so physically hot. I mean, it's starting to get really sticky, so I'm just gonna add a little water. I know it looks gross, but it's not. People eat this in soup. It's the same idea. I just like it here. See, watch this. I'm gonna go like this. The noodles are gonna start separating, and they're still gonna be cooking and absorbing that water. It's still steaming. Wow. So what do you think? Much better. Maybe it does taste better in soup form. Maybe it'll dilute some of that salt. There's a lot of salt. Just being honest, it's very salty. It's good. It's just not kicking me back, you know. It's not making me go, oh. It's making me go, yeah, that's good. It's not bad. Well, anyway, so this whole telescope thing. It's hard to know what would have happened to Hawaii had the United States not claimed it as part of U.S. territory. You know what I mean? It's hard to know what to say. But since it's a strategic place in the middle of the ocean, halfway between the East and the West, China or Russia would have likely took the Hawaiian Islands instead of the U.S. If you ask historians and people who really study that and war astrologers, they say it was a race against the clock. If the U.S. didn't take Hawaii, it would have been Russia or China, being closer to spy on us, to have conflict, whatever. So anyways, unfortunately, you know, Hawaii was just kind of taken. The whole U.S. was taken too, wasn't it? Ooh, now that the spice is turning into soup down here, it's getting better. Yeah, maybe just need some water. Part of me says though, like honestly, it's a telescope. It's not like they're polluting the water. Now, some people say it's going to pollute the water. I didn't see any evidence to support that. I think people just want to keep the land as untouched as possible. But there's already this mountain that they want to build them on, build this big telescope. There's already like 8 telescopes already there. Also, NASA paved a road all the way there that otherwise wouldn't have been there. So had the US not come and whatever made that road, I don't know if the Hawaiians would have been able to afford to pave a road all the way to the top. It's also bringing a lot of tourism. It's boosting the economy by tens of millions of dollars every couple months. Tens of millions. It's bringing in a lot of ecotourism as well that otherwise wouldn't have been there. So I don't know, I kind of feel like it's not like it's polluting a community right set in someone's school area. It's not like it's going into a neighborhood, this telescope that would have distracted from, you know, where people live. No one lives up there. It's so high up you can't even breathe right. The air is very thin. Nothing exists up there. They can't even grow plants up there. There's snow up there. They can't even grow anything. It's so cold. So it's kind of unusable except for purposes of studying the stars. So I see both sides. I see like, well, it is sad and it's unfortunate that natural beauties have to be touched on. But I don't think, I personally don't feel like it's going to take away from the natural beauty. No one even goes up there. No one lives up there. No one hunts up there. You can't grow crops up there. It's solely used by NASA and scientists from around the world to study our planet and learn more about us, our race as people. So I see both sides. I personally think it's just a telescope. Had this been like a building or a community or drilling, fracking, looking for oil, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But they're just putting a telescope. That's it. They're putting a telescope. And so right now there's a lot of protests by Native Hawaiians and their, you know, fellow activists who are not Hawaiian but really support them, who are standing in the middle of the road with signs. They're sitting down on the floor and preventing trucks to go up the mountain to start building this telescope. So it's put the construction on halt, and it's getting worldwide coverage right now. And I've seen it on Twitter a couple of days, but I saw it again today, and I watched a few videos to learn both sides. And the Hawaiian people feel like it's very sacred. It's where the sky and the earth meet. Yeah, how do you argue with that? If they feel that's special to them, then it is. And I also feel too it's just a telescope. And again, it's going to bring so much money and business and opportunity into Hawaii that otherwise wouldn't have been there to begin with. I do see a lot of people say too, I was watching lots of different networks where they're interviewing Hawaiians. They're like, the US stole our land, they're so mean to us, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like, I think out of Russia, China, or the US, I think the US probably is the most forgiving and lenient. Actually, they were supposed to build this back in 2015. And the construction was put on hold in 2015 because there were protests. People wanted their voices heard. They wanted to talk about how the land was sacred. And guess what the US did? They delayed the process of building by 4.5 years. This whole time, up until last week or 2 weeks ago, they've been having hearings, they've been going to meetings, they've been meeting with the chief of Native Hawaiian tribes and learning where they're coming from. Like, do you think Russia would have given them the time of day? They said, this is what we're doing, like it or not, done. And China as well, you know, those are two communist countries, and it's kind of like, China can't even log onto Facebook, they're so censored. They don't have that freedom. So the fact that the US was able to listen to them and compromise, and they made an agreement, they made a compromise to take down some telescopes and to make way for this new one. And and a lot of people changed their mind, and the activists who want to protect the land as being natural are preventing the construction. I see both sides, but I think I lean more towards let them build the telescope. They're bringing in it's going to bring in 200 jobs to employ people of the island. 200 jobs. It's going to bring in tourism. It's going to boost the economy. you know, they keep that road nice and paved, and I didn't go up it. I didn't go there when I visited Hawaii, but everything I read, they're like, the road is paved and they have, you know, they keep it in pristine condition that otherwise would have been like, you know, a free for all kind of, anyone go up there, do what you want, or you hike and make your own path, and I don't know. However, the Dakota pipeline, that's something that I was like, okay, that has a lot of environmental consequences. Sorry, I don't know where this cut off. I'm using Orland's camera and it doesn't go beep like mine does, so I think I was talking for a long time and I don't know where I left off. I'm so sorry. All I'm saying is the noodles are not very good. Don't really like them. They're okay, but I'm not gonna recommend them. Just being honest. And yeah, that's what I think about the Hawaii thing. So anyways, no, let's just do this last piece because it has cheese. I do like cheesy noodles. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I bought 3 of them. I'm like, oh, something new. No, not a fan. Ugh. It's grossing me out too. It's just so salty. It tastes like pure salt. It tastes like pure salt. Not a fan. Well, okay. Well, bye-bye. Thank you for your time. Sorry it wasn't good, but that means we're gonna do some more Korean fire noodles because those are good. See you tomorrow. Bye.